If you paid your minimum credit card payment this month, you probably moved your debt payoff date by about 4 days. 4 days out of 7 years. That is what the minimum payment trap looks like in real numbers. And right now, Americans are carrying $1.28 trillion in credit card debt, the highest number ever recorded in history. And more than half of them are using those cards just to buy groceries. This video is the one I wish someone had shown me before I got into this trap. Stay with me. Here is what is actually happening out there right now. The Federal Reserve Bank of New York just released their latest household debt report. Credit card balances hit $1.277 trillion at the end of 2025. That is up $507 billion in just 4 years. And before you think this is someone else's problem, the average American is carrying $6,500 in credit card debt. Per person, the average household, $9,148. These are their numbers. More than 55% of Americans carrying a balance are doing so just to cover essential expenses, groceries, gas, utilities, not vacations, not luxury purchases, essentials. This is what an affordability crisis actually looks like. It is not people going wild on shopping sprees. It is families putting a $50 grocery run on a card because the paycheck already ran out. And the card companies? They are perfectly fine with that, because the average credit card interest rate right now is between 21 and 24% APR. APR stands for annual percentage rate, which means that for every $100 you leave on your card at the end of the month, you owe about $22 in interest by the end of the year, on top of what you already owed. Compare that to a mortgage rate, which right now sits around 6.3%. Credit card debt costs you 3 to 4 times more than a mortgage. And unlike a mortgage, you get no house out of it, no equity, nothing. And here is the thing that most people genuinely do not know. The minimum payment is not designed to help you pay off your debt. It is designed to keep you in it. So here is what this video is going to do. I am going to show you exactly how the minimum payment trap works, in real numbers that will probably shock you. Then I am going to give you the 3 proven strategies that actually work to get out of credit card debt: the Avalanche method, the Snowball method, and the balance transfer play. And I will tell you exactly which one is right for your situation. And finally, I am going to show you how freeing up even $100 a month from credit card interest could be the first step toward actually building wealth, through investing, through passive income, through getting your money working for you instead of working for Visa. Let's get into it. Section 1. The minimum payment trap and how it actually works. Let me give you a number. If you have $6,500 in credit card debt, which is the average, at 22% APR, and you only ever pay the minimum payment, it will take you over 7 years to pay it off. And you will pay roughly $3,600 in interest alone. So you borrowed $6,500 and you end up paying over $10,000. For debt you probably ran up on groceries and gas. Here is why the minimum payment is so insidious. On a $2,000 balance at 22% APR, your minimum payment is about $40 a month. 36 of those $40 goes purely to interest. Only $4 actually reduces your balance. $4 out of 40. The minimum payment is not designed to help you get out of debt. It is designed to be just large enough that you keep the account current and just small enough that you never actually make progress. Now that you understand the trap, let's talk about how to get out of it. We're in solution mode now. Section 2. The 2 fastest ways to pay off credit card debt and which one is right for you. There are 2 proven methods that financial experts go back and forth on constantly: the debt avalanche and the debt snowball. I will explain both, and then I will tell you which one to actually use. The avalanche method. You list every credit card you have. You order them from highest interest rate to lowest. You pay minimum payments on all of them, except the one with the highest APR. That one gets every extra dollar you can find. Once it is gone, you roll that full payment onto the next highest rate card, and so on. Why this works? You are stopping the most expensive interest first. On a $6,000 spread across 2 cards, the Avalanche saves you between $400 and $1,200 compared to any other method. It is the mathematically superior approach. If you are someone who runs on data and logic, this is your method. The Snowball method. Same setup, but here you order your debts from smallest balance to largest. Ignore interest rates entirely. Throw everything at the smallest debt first. When it is gone, that payment rolls on to the next smallest. Why this works, and this part matters, Harvard Business School research found that people using the Snowball method were 14% more likely to actually eliminate all their debt, not because it is mathematically better, but because paying off that first card, closing an account for good, does something to your brain. It makes the whole thing feel possible. And that feeling is worth more than a few $100s in interest saved. Section 3. The balance transfer, the fastest path out, if you qualify. Here is an option that a lot of people do not use because they do not know it exists. A balance transfer credit card. Certain credit cards offer a 0% introductory APR, meaning no interest, for anywhere from 12 to 21 months. You move your existing high-interest balance onto that card, and every single payment you make goes straight to principal. No interest bleeding away first. There is usually a transfer fee of 3 to 5%. On a $5,000 balance, that is $150 to $250. Compare that to $1,200 in interest you would pay staying on your current card, and the math becomes pretty obvious. The catch. You need a decent credit score, generally 680 or above, to qualify. And you need a plan to pay off the balance before the intro period ends. Because when that 0% window closes, the rate usually jumps straight back up above 20%. So the balance transfer only works if you are disciplined enough to actually use the window. Section 4. What to do with the money once you are free. Let's say you have been paying $300 a month toward credit card debt. You pay it off. Now what? That $300 is now the most powerful money you have. Because before it was disappearing into interest. Now it can compound for you instead of against you. $300 a month, invested into a low-cost S&P 500 index fund. Over 20 years, at the market's historical average return of about 10%, becomes approximately $228,000. $228,000. From the exact same $300 that was previously funding your credit card company's shareholder dividends. That is the real cost of credit card debt. It is not just the interest you pay. It is the wealth you never build because your money was trapped. The goal is not just to get out of debt. The goal is to get out of debt and then point that same discipline, that same monthly payment, toward stocks, toward dividend income, toward index funds, toward an emergency fund that means you never have to reach for a credit card again. Let me leave you with your action plan. Step 1. This week, write down every card you have. Balance, APR, minimum payment, all of it. Most people have no idea exactly what they owe until they see it written down. Step 2. Pick your method. Avalanche if you are data-driven. Snowball if you need the early win. Balance transfer if your credit score is above 680 and you have the discipline to use the window. Step 3. Stop paying only the minimum. Even an extra $30 a month cuts your payoff time significantly. Every dollar over the minimum is a dollar that actually works for you. Step 4. Once you pay off the first card, redirect that exact payment into an investment. Not into lifestyle inflation, into compound interest working for you. You now owe $1.28 trillion collectively. But the amount that matters right now is yours. And there is a way out of it. If this video helped you think differently about debt, hit like. It takes 2 seconds and it genuinely helps more people find this content when they're searching for a way out. Subscribe if you want straight talk on personal finance, investing, passive income, and building real wealth without the noise. In the next video, we're going to talk about the one government move that could eliminate federal taxes on your Social Security entirely. And most Americans over 65 have absolutely no idea it exists. That one drops next. I'll see you there.